2020 Triple M Bendigo Cup has finally arrived. There was a few question marks a few months ago as to whether the Bendigo Cup and other cups in particular would go ahead during COVID-19, but thankfully, despite the fact that we can't have owners and sponsors and patrons on course, we are running the Bendigo Cup for a record $50,000 the winner on Friday night, and after some outstanding heats on Sunday, is one of the best Bendigo Cups that we've seen in recent memory. Very tough program. Hopefully in this preview we can find a winner or two. Certainly don't take my word for it that they're good things or anything like that, but there's plenty of value to be had in terms of these races. And we might kick off with race number 1 at 7:08 p.m. and that is download the Watchdog app. And of course all the races are live on the Watchdog and as well as Sky Channel. And also a reminder that from 7:30 on the Friday night we will be bringing some of the action from the track for you, hosted by Triple M's breakfast superstar in Brian Coughlin. In race number 1, I've gone for the locally trained 8 Flying Farouk. So numbers here are 83278. Flying Farouk for Josh Formosa. I think is nicely drawn out wide. Has run second its last 2 starts here at Bendigo. Clock 24.15 behind Plummer 2 starts back. I think Flying Farouk will be nice and hard to beat for the Formosa crew at Heathcote. For number 3, Aston Riker for Paula Beeler. Was a very good run here as well last start. 2, Jody's Boy for Anthony as a party is certainly better than its recent form suggests. Has had no luck in recent runs and don't discount it, as well as number 7, Ray Keeping for Andrea Daly, a recent Slick Shepparton winner 3 runs back. So in race number 1, the download the Watchdog app, I've gone for numbers 8, 3, 2 and 7. Race number 2 is the Coggo and Kylie for Breakfast, the award-winning and high-rating breakfast program with Brian Coughlin and Kylie Stevenson, wonderful supporters of this club here on the local Triple M network. And the numbers here are 6, 4, 3 and 5. Number 6, Kipling, to have some of these runners that were unlucky in their heats, the Bendigo Cup in some of these support races, just shows the quality of raceman we got here on Friday night. But Kipling was very unlucky in behind Yozo Bale, missed the start and found trouble and finished 4th in its heat. Before that was faultless in its previous 4 or 5 runs, has gone very quick here in the past. I think number 6, Kipling, will start a very short price favourite, but looks a winner in race number 2. Main Danger number 4, Drifting Away, is a class act last start. Meadows winner as well, goes very good. Drawn a tad awkwardly in box number 4, but may get some cover with a bit of speed around it. Number 3, Jaggers Joss in for 3rd for Andrea Daly, and 5, Rockstar Lincoln in for 4th. So numbers in race number 2 are 6, 4, 3 and 5. Race number 3 is the first of our 6 feature races, and that is the Ready to Race Auction Mid-Year Bonus. These are grounds in the top 8 point scorers, although some of those grounds are racing interstate and didn't accept the invitation, but basically the top 8 point scorers from that sale that was held here in November 2019, a top 8 prize money earners, I should say, and a very good quality race. It always is, and always a good betting race. And here in race number 3, the Ready to Race Auction Mid-Year Bonus, I've gone for numbers 4, 2, 3 and 7. Putting on top number 4, He's an Ace, had some terrific form leading into last week when finished 4th, clocking just to tick over 24 itself, getting beat behind What Price. I think He's an Ace gets a chance to atone for that here from box number 4 to beat number 2, Razor Burn for Rebecca Gibbons. Ground's been racing in quite consistent form as well and was a recent 29.73 Sandown winner. Number 3, Who Cry Now for one of our committee person, Jenny Tor. This ground was the top seller at the auction for $31,000 here in November. Is going quite good. The 425 a little bit of a concern, certainly better suited over 500 metres, but has the ability to figure in the finish. And number 7, Roots Rock Right for Greg Berry. Certainly well placed as well, and I think has got a terrific chance. Did win here 2 runs back from box number 8, so it's nice and well drawn. So in race number 3, the Ready to Race Auction Mid-Year Bonus race, we're going 4, 2, 3 and 7. Race number 4, the inaugural GRV Battlers Cup final, and we certainly like to thank Ground Racing Victoria for running with our concept for the Battlers Cup and the number of participants that saw us run 10 heats of the Battlers Cup. We've even got the likes of Gareth Hall now on RSN starting to push for a prize money boost for the Battlers Cup after 1 year. So we certainly thank everybody who supported the Battlers Cup and has made it the race that it's been already in 1 year, and we hope that it's replicated across the state for the next 12 months. But the numbers here in race number 4 are 4, 5, 6 and 1. Gone for number 4, Silver Compass, one of 2 of Brian Brown's runners, trained locally here at Axdale. His form had tapered off a little bit, but certainly bounced back to the winner's circle with an all-the-way victory here in the heat a couple of Wednesdays ago. So I think Silver Compass from box number 4, from the very much informed double tactic for Greg Payers, absolutely flying since Greg took the ground over and ran 24.08, the fastest heat win here last week, so certainly has to be considered one of the main chances. Number 6, Quest Allen for Brian Fothergill. I know Brian will be nice and over the moon if he wins. He was pretty excited from qualifying for the final, so he's already had his final, he reckons, but I think Quest Allen certainly got a chance of taking home the $5,000 prize. And also number 1, Sprightly 2 for Sharon Coburn, another connection that was very, very excited for making the Battlers Cup final. Drawn nicely in box number 1, and I think races very well here, nice and consistent. 4 starts here for 3 wins, and it's got a chance as well. So 4, 5, 6 and 1 in the GRV Battlers Cup final. Race number 5 is a GRV Vic bred maiden final, offering $7,500 to the winner. These are for grounds that are Victorian bred only, so born, bred and raised here in Victoria. This maiden series, as always, produces some pretty high quality maidens. The tips here are 7, 5, 3 and 6. I've gone for one with the local experience, Max's Idol. Was very impressive for Rodney Clark on debut here last week. Clocked 23.92. Probably hasn't got the fastest section as what some of the other runners have got, I think, but I think he can stay out of trouble out there in box number 7 and be nice and hard to beat for Rod and the crew. Number 5, Aussie Secret, clocked a blistering 6.47 from the first section, but that was from box number 1. The Jason Thompson trained speedster goes down to box number 5, and that may prove the difference in whether it can lead comfortably off to what the section says it should do or whether it can't. Putting in for third, number 3, Dr. Phoenix for Bill McMahon, was nice and strong last week on debut. And number 6, Perfect Colour, has the benefit of 5 starts for 4 seconds. Certainly races consistently without winning, but certainly considered for the multiple. So in race number 5, the GRV Vic bred maiden final, have gone 7, 5, 3 and 6. Race number 6 of the night is the Hip Pocket Bendigo Winter Cup Final. One of our great sponsors here, the Hip Pocket Bendigo, provide all our merchandise and all of our other equipment and clothing, from the staff right through to what we sell as well as what we give away. They're great supporters of us. And this 660 metre race has unearthed some pretty solid potential staying stars in the past, have gone on to win group races, and I think this race mightn't be any different. Numbers here in race number 6 are 6, 1, 3 and 2. I've gone for number 6, Euro Bro. On paper, looks slightly disappointing last start, but there certainly were excuses. He's got to find the fence, even though he's got no pace and he's got box 6. But if he can find the fence behind a couple of the speed dogs, certainly easy choice. Will give him a card into the race, as will drum roll, please. So if he can find the fence early to mid-race, he's going to be the one to beat number 6, Euro Bro. Number 1, Mapunga Spectre for second for Matty Lanigan. Probably want to be drawn a little bit wider, but then again with the short run of the turn, as we heard from Matty after the heats last week, that he certainly wasn't going to be disappointed drawing the inside, and has won its last 2 in impressive fashion, both here and at Warrnambool. Number 3, Drum Roll, please. Uncharacteristically missed the start last week. I expect it to begin much better this week and certainly put himself in the firing line. And number 2, Angry Trip for fourth. An easy choice as well for Anthony as a party, although he has drawn awkwardly in box number 5. It's certainly still got a chance as well. A very open race is a 660 metre race, but I think Euro Bro, if it can happen to get a little bit of luck early and find the fence, it's the one to beat in race number 6. The feature event of the night is the Triple M Bendigo Cup final, offering $50,000 the winner. Before I go into my opinions, let's have a look at all the heats that were run last Sunday. Heat 1 of the 2020 Bendigo Cup Series saw Tinker Craig from the inside start the punters elect, just ahead of Jack's Bale. However, it was left to the inexperienced Midnight Monarch, facing the starter for just the 11th time, to storm down the outside and claim the first spot in next week's final.
And well back was Untold Soldier. My Name's Wally up to the home corner. Narrow leader was Straight Shift on the outside. The big challenger, Tinker Craig. Tinker Craig went to the lead. Late was Midnight Monarch down the outside. Midnight Monarch beat Tinker Craig and Straight Shift. And then for the back game, Jack's Bale.
Heat 2 of the Cup was a very open affair with very little separating Bound to Succeed, Kipling and Yozo Bale in the betting. However, when the speedsters Bound to Succeed and Kipling found trouble at the first turn, it was left to Yozo Bale from the inside to secure its spot in the Bendigo Cup final.
And well back, Daniel Avocado coming up to the corner. Yozo Bale held the inside, got away by a length and a half to Sneaky Mojo. And Yozo Bale travels well. Yozo Bale wins it from Sneaky Mojo, Dream Wizard. Then for the back, Kipling Bound to Succeed.
In heat number 3 of the Bendigo Cup, Zambora Smoky was an odds-on favourite with the punters. However, after missing the start, it was left to the ultra-consistent Speed Star to lead throughout and claim a well-deserved spot in the Bendigo Cup final.
Bits trapped a bit deep, you tell me. Well out of it there, Wendell and Bale. Get Go Boy and last Zambora Smoky round the home corner. Speed Star about a length and a half in front of Mod Squad, trying hard, but Speed Star deserves to crack it for a big tilt at the Cup and wins a length and a half to Mod Squad. Then came...
The fourth heat of the Cup saw very little separating Aston Dynamo in box number 6 and Slickshot Titan in box number 2 for favouritism. However, when Aston Dynamo was trapped wide at the first turn, it was left to the speedy Slingshot Titan to continue on his winning form, winning 5 of his last 7 and now a Bendigo Cup finalist.
Bale up to the corner though, and the leader Slingshot Titan a length on the outside. Motza's trying very hard. It's Slingshot Titan though all the way. Motza's second, third goes Gladioli Bale, and then came You Fugitive from Whiskey Hans. In behind.
Warragul track record holder and recent fast Bendigo winner Power of Oscar was sent to the box as a short price favourite from box number 4. However, after being tardy away and finding trouble looking for a run through the first turn, it was left to Aston Peroni from box number 1 to make his way into next week's final.
Goes up to second, third on the outside, Aston Turbine. Then Typhoon Bolt for the back, Mapunga Daniel. Well out of it there. Run, Bubba, run. Round the corner, though. Aston Peroni in front. Power of Oscar trying hard. Aston Peroni, 3/4 to Power of Oscar. And then came Aston Turbine. Then for the back came Typhoon.
Bendigo track record holder Jim Zardashian was a narrow favourite just ahead of superstar sprinter Tigalong Tonk. However, once Jim Zardashian missed the start, Tigalong Tonk found the front early and there was no stopping the powerful sprinter from there as he careered away for an impressive heat victory.
Then for the back, Zipper it made. Jim Zardashian well back in the field, getting flat in their scatterbox, but around the corner, another final coming up for Tigalong Tonk. Tigalong Tonk wins it by 5. Lots of chatter second. Bring Your Banjo third. Then Jim Zardashian. For the back was Mighty Marvin with Zipper it mate.
Shepparton Cup winner Hardstyle Rico for box number 1 was the odds-on favourite with the punters. Having his first start for a month, Hardstyle Rico began beautifully out of box number 1 and the interest was only in the clock from there on.
Nose was Jarrow Bale, eye catcher. Well back was Bumpy Black toward the tail. Love Heart, Shimmer Breeze coming up to the corner. Hardstyle Rico, the Shepparton Cup winner's about 3 lengths in front of Smart as Jack, but it's Hardstyle Rico. Hardstyle Rico is Go to Bolt in. Second is Flossing, third Smart as Jack, then Jarrow Bale, then Eye Catcher. Further back was Love Heart, then Bumpy Jack, or Bumpy Black I should say, and Shimmer Breeze at the tail, and 23.
Star sprinter Shimmer Shine dominated betting in the 8th and final Bendigo Cup heat. Beginning well from box number 8 and given plenty of galloping room, Shimmer Shine showed why he's considered one of the fastest dogs in the country, setting a new track record.
Runs to the lead, Swift Current second, third Nebraska Nell, then for the back came El Mappa Barisha from One Fury, then Benchester, but around the corner, Shimmer Shine's about 7 in front, the time's going to be interesting. Shimmer Shine has bolted away, wins by 8 from Nebraska Nell and then El Mappa Barisha.
Sensational racing there here last Sunday afternoon for the 8 heats of the Bendigo Cup, and the field that's been gathered certainly is beyond our imagination of what we could have got a few weeks back, and offering the $50,000 the winner has certainly paid off, and the box draw has made it very interesting, and such as the quality of the race, that a ground like Shimmer Shine, there's now a dual track record holder. He holds a Ballarat 450 metre track record and broke the track record here last week in the 8th and final heat. Will probably start a $3 favourite, currently $2.80 with tab.com.au that are currently offering fixed odds markets. But the box draw for, and a brief on each runner for the Bendigo Cup final, the Triple M Bendigo Cup final. Number 1 Speedstar, a terrifically consistent sprinter. He's had 81 starts for 36 wins, 4 starts here for 3 wins, and showed his customary speed last week and clocked 23.78 in his win. He's got box number 1. Hardstyle Rico, the Shepparton Cup winner, 13 victories now in 26 starts, was just explosive. Just a touch outside the track record in 23.38. He did break the first section record, clocking 6.36 from box 1. He's going to get a nice cart from box number 2. Slingshot Titan for Deb Coleman has won 16 from 31, has won 2 out of 3 here with a second his other start. Rob Camilleri told us after the race that his recent terrific form is pretty much a result of getting used to the new box positions and boxing manners that we've had since COVID-19, and he's certainly got that right now and is right in the race after a 23.66 heat win. Yozo Bale for Corrie Grenfell, one of 2 runners for Corrie, racing in terrific fashion, clocked 23.79 winning his heat. He goes to box number 4 after winning from box number 1. Shimmer Shine, what do we say about Shimmer Shine? He's certainly in the top 2 or 3 fastest greyhounds in the country. He's now unbeaten here at second or third fastest time here before last week in 23.44, then broke the record last week in 23.35. Also clocked sizzling splits all the way through. He ran second in last year's $1 million chase. He's been a terrific greyhound and he's back to form for Andrea Daly. He's got box number 5. Tigalong Tonk, the season campaigner, a Group 1 star. He's been a terrific greyhound. He's won $215,000 in prize money. He was having his first look at the track here last week and clocked 23.47, and being so experienced in group racing, box 6 won't worry him. Aston Peroni in box number 7, one of the roughies of the field, qualified from box 1 in 23.88 for Glenn Rounds and Ray Border, goes to box number 7. Will need to lead to win, but still a terrific effort to make the final. Unfortunately, Midnight Monarch, the grounds only had 11 starts for 7 wins, has had to be scratched, but he was a terrific effort in his heat. And in his place will be Flossing. At this stage, there's no guaranteed box rule for Flossing. There's a second scratching that will happen by ballot, but at this stage, Flossing's definitely got to start. And at this stage, no other scratchings will go into box 8 for Jeff Britton. And Motzer is the other reserve. There's another scratching. He will go in on ballot for positions. But in the Triple M Bendigo Cup, an outstanding race, as I said, to have a ground like Shimmer Shine, who's broke the track record and has been there and done it in so many occasions, is going to be probably a $3 favourite. And the likes of of Tigalong, Tonkin, Hardstyle, Rico, proven Group 1 chasers are going to be $350 or better. It just shows the quality of race there is. I find it hard to go past Shimmer Shine. Just the fact he's had that experience. The box 5 won't worry him. He's a nice, strong greyhound, a nice big greyhound, and I think he can back up that performance from last week. Shimmer Shine, the one to beat from box number 5. For number 6, Tigalong Tonk, I think those two greyhounds are the proven top liners, and they're the ones that certainly know what it's like, what it takes to win these group races. I think they're the two. Shimmer Shine to beat Tigalong Tonk in box number 6. Number 2, Hardstyle Rico. He's going to get a beautiful run, I think, behind Speedstar. Speedstar will more than likely lead and will suck him straight into the race. He's a Shepparton Cup winner and he clocked an E record last week. You can't write him off, and it'd be a terrific story too if he won for Hardstyle Rico for Lucky Karabatsakis. And number 1, Speedstar, the likely leader, I'll put him in for 4th. I think they're certainly the 4 chances. They're the 4 top greyhounds on paper. They're 4 top greyhounds in history, and I think they're the ones to beat. 5, 6, 2 and 1 in the Triple M Bendigo Cup final, which will be run at 9:09 here on Friday night. We move to the last of our finals, which is race number 8, the Mannings Greyhound Complex, Grade 5 Vic Bred final over the 500 metres. A very good final here after 2 competitive heats on Sunday on Cup Heat Day. I've gone for numbers 6, 7, 4 and 8. 6, Origami Angel for Matthew Lanigan. Go back 2 and 3 runs ago, was chasing home Black Opium at Sandown in town and then had a fall at the Meadows. Slight freshen up for a couple of weeks and then ran 3rd here last week. I think will be benefit from the run, Origami Angel, and the fact that she's got that class edge taking on those grounds like Black Opium who'll go around in a Group 1 Brisbane Cup before Friday night. I think Origami Angel's the one to beat in box number 6 from Aston Valletta. In box 7 for Paula Beeler, clock 28.06, was a very impressive heat win here on Sunday. It'll take a power of beating, as will Rothwell Gal, who actually led Aston Valletta in that run and finished 2nd, clocking 09 herself. Rothwell Gal in box number 4, and putting in bubbles for Ned McDonald in for 4th for a little bit of value in the multiples. But 6, Origami Angel on top to beat 7, 4 and 8 in race number 8. In race number 9, the Triple M Bendigo 93.5, Bix 4-5 over the 425. Numbers here 8, 4, 2 and 1. Very impressive ground is Smart As Jack for Adele Powell. Only had the 11 starts for 7 wins. Stamped himself as a star of the future, I think, here on Sunday when running 3rd behind Hardstyle Rico and Flossing in a Bendigo Cup heat. Drops back to a grade 4-5 here. Whatever Smart As Jack does here on Friday night, certainly keep following him as we sit on Sunday after that race. I think Smart As Jack will be very, very tough to beat in race number 9. It's my on-top pick. From the Andrea Daly trained Eiley Bale, has been racing the likes of Jack's Bale and Max Tractor, led up Ballarat and beat Aston Valletta all the way. So that form could be franked, I suppose, if Aston Valletta wins race number 8. But 8, Smart As Jack from on top to beat Eiley Bale. Then 2, Gypsy Yankee and 1, Braith Bale. 8, 4, 2 and 1 in race number 9. Race number 10 is the GRV Battlers Cup Consolation. These are the 2 slowest heat winners as well as the 6 fastest seconds from a fortnight ago's heats. Numbers here are 2, 1, 4 and 8, going for an Aston Quinella. Aston Ensley for Craig Webb, clock 6.50 in the early split here last week before being run down by a double tactic in the heat. I think Aston Ensley can lead again and win from number 1, Aston Eureka for Mick Chilcott. Both of those also reigned by Ray Border, who has a runner in the Cup. So 2 to beat 1. Number 4, Meatball Soup, the one-eyed greyhound for Ben Abila. It's in box number 4 and got a great chance. And Jack's gone wild at a bit of value, probably $15 or $20, I think, into the multiples for Kevin Ward. But 2 on top from 1, 4 and 8 in race number 10. Race number 11, the Campbell's Comments. Heat 1, a grade 5 heat over 425 metres. If you want to catch up on plenty of podcasting and information on ground racing and harness racing and other racing stories, certainly tune into Campbell's Comments on both the web page, the Facebook page and also a YouTube channel. So we've got numbers 4, 3, 6 and 8 here. Number 4, Aston Stealth for Glenn Rounds. Been racing in much better company. Won at Sandown 3 starts back. Ran 3rd to Power of Oscar 2 starts back. He's an outstanding ground, the Warrigal track record holder, and started favourite here in a Bendigo Cup heat on Sunday. So I think Aston Stealth has got the class edge to beat number 3, Mystic Rose. Probably not beginning as well as what she certainly can, but if she gets the boxes right, she's going to be right in the firing line, Mystic Rose for Jeff Galea. Number 6, Wonder Riri for Craig Traherne in 3rd, and 8, Don't Argue Love, a kennel mate of Wonder Riri in for 4th. So numbers there 4, 3, 6 and 8 in race number 11. And in race number 12, you're still having a punt at 10.49 on Friday night, the Triple M Bendigo 93.5 Heat 2. And the numbers here, 8, 2, 3 and 5. Going for Glenn Rounds to win the last 2 races. He's got number 8, Fireball Friday. Clock 29.67 at Sandown, 4 starts back. Another one I think has got the class edge. Not the greatest to begin, but will show plenty of mid-race pace. And from box number 8, Fireball Friday to win the last. From number 2, Big Don't Argue. Putting in for 3rd, 3, Beguile, and number 5, Scraping Paint for 4th. So 8, 2, 3 and 5 are the numbers there in race number 12. As I said, Friday night's racing, you'll see all the action on Sky Channel as well as the Watchdog app. get onto tab.com.au and get some early value on the fixed odds there, not just the Cup, but on the other races that will be going up here on Thursday night. And we'll be bringing you some action hosted by Brian Coughlin and myself. We'll bring you some of the action from the track, as well as some interviews and replays of previous races and the presentations. Obviously in COVID-19, everything done a little bit differently. We'll try and cover those presentations as well on Friday night. A 2-hour show starting on this Facebook page from 7:30 on Friday night till a tick after 9:30, but race 1 Friday night at 7:08 p.m. Good luck, good punning, and all the best to everyone in the Triple M Bendigo Cup final.